Could my prayers have been answered? Hey friends, what's poppin'? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that the day after Chelsea slap up a team in the semi-final 6-1 to see them soar into Wembley. Incredible scenes. I have, of course, uploaded a complete breakdown reaction video to Chelsea's 6-1 win against Middlesbrough. But today, welcome back to Chelsea News. Of course, the daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's being said about Chelsea throughout social and general football media, giving you my opinion on it, but as always, more importantly, asking for your opinion today. Air Jordan, oh my... This is not a drill, ladies and gentlemen, and the very reputable and often accurate Footy Headlines has teased something sensational and exciting that has got me feeling all giddy. And I'll tell you why shortly. Also, Chelsea are good, apparently. We scored the same amount of goals as last season, which I want to reflect on. Cole Palmer is sensational. Check out his stats a bit later as well. And I think we need to talk about Mudri a little bit, as everyone's talking about him at the moment. Therefore, he lands into Chelsea news. Strap yourselves in, get comfortable, do consider supporting the content. It's simple, you just gotta hit subscribe and like. Hey, a little bit of housework. But seriously though, I do appreciate everyone that returns to the channel and supports the content, so thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. If you choose to subscribe, make sure you do hit that bell notifications icon. Alright then, let's get into it. Let's start off with a talking point from yesterday, and that is Mudri. I did speak in some detail about him, of course, in my complete breakdown of Chelsea's win yesterday, but many people have been speaking about him today on both social media, news media, and just general friends talking about football. That's right, Mudri got hooked at half-time yesterday for Noni Madueke. He even received a yellow card, and he played rather badly. And of course, it's bringing up questions. Where are we with Mudri? Is he going to realise his potential? Now the fact we've got Noni and Cole Palmer and Sterling and maybe Nkunku to play out left as well, what's going to happen with Mudri? Well, he cost Chelsea a basic of £61 million. That could go up to 88 million, but at the moment, it doesn't look like there's any risk of him meeting those targets in the contract that would make his fee go up. Look, man, Mudrik's good, but yesterday, look man, we'll talk about what Mudri can be in just a moment, but it was a very poor performance yesterday that again saw him getting hooked at half-time. It wasn't just Enzo Fernandez shouting at him, which I referenced in my complete breakdown, which he was pointing to where he has to go. It was also Ben Chilwell behind him. He looked lost. There was an instance as well in the box where he was just looking at the ball, chasing it, and not occupying the space that he should have been doing, which would have seen Chelsea play out safely. He was just like a dog chasing a ball in the park in the defensive third. And he's just really, really raw. He remains massively tactically undisciplined. Now, I don't really want to dig him out because my position always has remained the same on Mudri. At Shakhtar, he was a really, really useful asset, playing in just one way, as in literally you just play the ball up to Mudri, let him run in transition and, feeling confident in that level of football, he could score the odd goal. He's very, very fast, and he's often very confident with the ball at his feet, dribbling, and he's got a hammer of a finish on him. I've referenced it many times on the channel before, so I'm sorry if you're going to get nauseated by this. Maybe this will be the last time, but I listened to a detailed description from Adam Crafton speaking about Mudri when he was researching him when Arsenal were being linked with him, and he said this guy's just massively undercoached, he's super raw. And when you come into the Premier League at this level in a club like Chelsea, for Pochettino, who does really require a lot of tactical discipline, you can see he's struggling. Now, you'd be silly to write off Mudri because, he's a very dedicated professional. He wants to play football. He's like a young, God-fearing lad who doesn't party or whatever. And, he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he said. So, he's got raw materials to reach dizzying heights. He just seems far away. And I think he just needs to keep his head down and be coached for a while. And maybe just get taken out of the starting lineup. As much as Raheem Sterling frustrates Chelsea's fans, he has a consistent offering that Pochettino appreciates. He's catching a lot of heat at the moment, Mudri, but we have to just be realistic of what he is and give him time, man. Fortunately, he's on a 42-year contract, so he's got nothing but time. Alright, let's move on. More footballing stuff before we talk about Jordan. Later, Chelsea are scoring goals. Chelsea last night equalled their goal tally from last season already. So last season we scored 51 goals in 50 matches. Ugh. And in this season, we've already scored 51 goals in just 28 matches. We had Europe last season as well, so we had plenty of opportunity. A goal a game across 4 competitions last season is pretty sickening. Granted, we got exited from both cup competitions, as we were really lucky to draw Man City away in both initial rounds for Chelsea. But still, we are scoring goals, and this stat blew my mind a little bit because Chelsea have still been hella profligate in front of goal, to the point where everyone's going, Chelsea just need to score the goals, they're making the chances, Chelsea just need to buy a striker, they need a killer in the box and they'll win the lot. So we are missing loads of big chances, but despite that, we've already reached last season's goal tally. Now this is an important stat. This kind of marries up with Chelsea are playing quite well. Of course, we've had high-profile blunders. The 1-0 loss away at Middlesbrough. Of course, that was a headline maker, but it means nothing now after last night's result. Maybe the loss against Wolves as well, but Chelsea have won loads of games in a row at home, against opposition we should be beating. And really, Chelsea have looked good against really good opposition as well. I think we outplayed Liverpool, Arsenal, we had a deserved draw of Man City 4-4. We beat Tottenham 4-1. Granted, they had players, sent off. Liam Twomey on the Athletic Daily Football Podcast briefing explained this really well. Chelsea, up to this point, seemingly lower or higher their level to the opposition. So if we're playing against a really good Liverpool, Chelsea will play really well and go up to their level. Or if we're playing a team we absolutely should be beating, we will lower our level and maybe draw or lose. Do you know what I mean? And that's why yesterday's win's really significant, because we didn't lower ourselves to their level, we slapped them up. The fact that Chelsea have scored this many goals already, and you'd have to say, you'd have to hope, you'd have to assume that we will get more clinical with the return of Christopher Nkunku, with the young players getting more and more confident. We're going to speak about Cole Palmer in just a moment, but Noni Madueke scoring goals. Enzo's got 5 goals this season. Like I said, the aforementioned Nkunku will return. Jackson will come back from AFCON, who loves a goal here and there. I don't know what to say about Breuer right now. We're not speaking about him in this video, but there's similar concerns with him of Mykhailo Mudri. But if you want my thoughts on him in a bit more detail, go watch my complete breakdown in my previous upload. Hey man, Chelsea are scoring goals and I'm feeling good. Let me know what you think about the general play and where Chelsea are going and the attacking football, dare I say it? And maybe a little bit more clinical. The whole narrative of the season may be way different. We may be in like 6th or 5th and, in a cup final like we are, and things, the story would just be completely different. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and let's move on and talk about another positive story. Cole friggin' Palmer is now on 20 goal involvements in all competitions. Only Ollie Watkins has more, with like 22 or 23 or something, and Ollie Watkins has played loads of Europa Conference League games, which of course Palmer has not. Revelation, Cole Palmer, potentially signing of the season, and absolutely deserves a mention here and deserves his flowers. Everybody is talking about him, and he looks super confident. Of course he could have gone either way after that first leg against Borough when he missed a few sitters, and he went on to just play really well in the subsequent games. This kid looks like the real deal. Of course we heard stories that he was actually on sale for 25 million from Man City, until Chelsea came along and said, well, if you want him it's 40 million, and we paid him, and it still looks like an absolute snip. This guy is half the price of Anthony at Man United, and 20 times the player at the moment. Just 21 years old as well. He's making us look good, and we need that in a time where we've spent so much money. To spend 40 million quid on a kid that's just absolutely, tearing it up is really sensational. Of course, I'm not one to dig out Kai Havertz, it's not really my style, but this is the kind of player we thought Kai Havertz would be, playing as a left footer, playing on the right in the number 10, now and again up top, which Cole has done. I wouldn't want to play him as a striker, but he looks like he can do bits there. He just looks like the one, doesn't he? I wonder how Man City fans feel about it. Man City fans are currently the treble holders, and they just generally win all the time, but he was kind of one of their own. I know he's a Man United fan, Cole Palmer, but they must be looking at that thinking, ugh. Absolutely sensational stuff from the young Englishman. And that's another thing, man. Obviously, he got a call up for the England squad, the senior squad, but for me, on form, he should be starting over Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, who, by the way, is in my fantasy Premier League team, who's doing nothing. He's doing nothing in 5-0 wins for Arsenal. So, what are you doing, firstly, Saka? And look, I like Bukayo Saka. I think he's a great player as an England fan. But at the moment, bro, if England played a game tomorrow, I am starting Cole Palmer on the right wing and Saka is holding the bench. Now, we all know that won't happen because Gareth Southgate has his favourites and likes to reward players who've done well for him, and maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. But as a Chelsea fan and an England fan, I would absolutely be starting Cole Palmer on the right wing as things stand. But if he keeps playing like this, you can bet your bottom dollar that he's going to get that call up for the summer Euros. Right, this is the moment I've been waiting for. Let's talk about the Footy Lines teaser for Air Jordan. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Footy Headlines, who always get things right with kits, teased this. The Jordan logo, Chelsea and at Tottenham. Now, Jordan make really nice kits. I don't like PSG. I don't like the team, what they represent, the project, but I've loved their kits. Their kits always slap with Jordan, and I was just thinking for so long, imagine if Chelsea could get a Jordan kit. Over the years, like last few years, Chelsea accounts designers have made concept kits. Check out these couple I'm going to put on the screen now. It should have the artists on the graphic as well. As you can see in these black and gold concepts, it looks ruddy, wicked. Not only do Jordan make excellent kits, the logo just looks way cooler, and to bring Air Jordan into the Premier League and onto a Chelsea kit would be really exciting. And you could kind of see it as well. This would be the most Todd Boehly Clear Lake Capital thing to do. There's a big American, kit manufacturer or just sports manufacturer, Jordan, bringing that brand to the West London Giants. Super sexy, super exciting. Chelsea have had weird kits for a long time. But granted, Nike have made the odd good kit in between, but generally we've had hella weird ones. Like this season, the kits are great. I bought the home kit, the third kit, I believe, and the training kit with Travago I really like, but Jordan is next level, and that would be hella exciting. We know Chelsea are trying to generate more revenue with their marketing, with their business deals, with their sponsorships. This would represent that. And this is just ruddy wicked, and I'm hella excited. I'm allowed to get excited because Footy Headlines just don't miss. Their accuracy is like 90% plus, and I don't think they'd tweet a teaser like that unless there was something behind it, because they'd be dumb to otherwise. Now, the only thing that could put a slight, grey cloud over the silver lining is that Tottenham are there. There's nothing like Tottenham to bring you back down to earth. But I get it as well, the stadium, their ground, they make a lot of revenue at the moment, Tottenham. Whatever, they have all these NFL games there, and, if it kind of makes sense if you want to bring Jordan to London. Look, wouldn't it be nice if it could be just Chelsea, and it wasn't the enemy as well, Tottenham? But you know what? I can let that go. I can let that slide. If Chelsea move from Nike to Jordan as a kit manufacturer, look, I just spent loads of money on Chelsea kits. It's going to get whole lot worse for me, man. So, I'm going to I'm gonna need to set up a Patreon or something for you guys just to keep my lights on. Anyway, really exciting. Let me know what you think about Jordan as a kit sponsor. Comment down below. Thanks for joining me. Daily videos here, of course, on Football Therapy. So do see that you subscribe and hit the bell if you enjoy the content. And, in the meantime, thanks for dropping a like. Alright, take care of yourselves. Peace.